Hello, good afternoon. Dr. Trude Ufondu of Snowspirations Global Health Solutions. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend and I hope you've been able to get some rest and relax with the family and give yourself some break. Now, we're going to talk about this particular practice that so many people all over the world are currently practicing, the concept of detoxification, the concept of detox. So there are so many concussions, there are so many teas, there are so many drinks that people package and they sell it out there to people, all in the name of going through detox. And just like in social media, whenever they inject something with some viral content ability, everybody jumps on board. Now, what exactly is the detoxification process? What is the natural avenue that will allow you to remove all the toxins, all the impurities, all the toxicity in your body? Do we have a natural ability to do that? What about the artificial way of removing all this in our body? That's going to be the topic this afternoon. So when you join, introduce yourself, tell us where you're located, tell us your name. If today is the first day of attending my clinic in YouTube, thank you so much. Every Saturdays about this time, we normally come live with important topics that will help the community to understand better. So if you're currently consuming any detox components, concussions, please can you confirm in the comment section so we can understand better? It's important you're careful, especially if you are believing God for a baby. Whatever goes into your body must be carefully scrutinized. Please don't jump the bandwagon. So I'm actually going to start. So here's the deal. So many believing for baby couples. So in our group, we don't try. We don't believe in trying. So trying is a passive word. Oh, you just wake up and you just try to become a mother. No, we believe. We trust God. We do our own part. We are very proactive in wanting to become mothers and fathers. Now, so many of you might have got one toxicity or whatever, and they've told you, oh, once you do this, your fertility is going to come back. Now, the big question is, does it really work? Do you really need to take all this? I'll give you an example in America where I live. Currently, in America, approximately 700 new chemicals are introduced into the environment every single year. So there are so many things in our environment, in everyday things we consume, our food, the things in the kitchen, the things in the bedroom that can actually increase the level of toxins in the environment, both in our macro and our micro environment. So in your immediate environment now, it's possible you might have certain things that will affect you directly without you even knowing. It might be your perfume, it might be your body cream, it might be the stuff you use in cooking, it might be the things you put into your body. Now, how can all this affect your fertility as a whole? Now, whatever you put in the environment will shape the environment and over time impact your fertility. Now, the toxic content of our food, the toxic content of what we consume every day, what we put in our body, what we inhale, the type of air we have, our lifestyle, people that smoke, people that drink alcohol, the type of water you drink, they all constitute what we call toxic soup. Now, we don't need any rat, you don't need any lab, mice to do the experiment. We are the experiment. So anytime you go out there to buy stuff, there are certain things you're buying that might affect your air quality. So in a woman that want to become pregnant, if you get exposed to all these toxins, it can affect your air quality. When it affects your air quality, it can also affect the sperm quality of your male partner. When the sperm and the egg are not of good quality, fertilization will not happen. Embryo will not happen. Now, some women can succeed in becoming pregnant, but because of the high level of toxicity in the embryo, you can miscarry that particular pregnancy. So low sperm count, low motility, and low morphology can also be an aftermath of the things we dump in the environment. So the risk of having a baby with birth defect will also increase. So the more we have all these toxins in our environment, when your baby is forming, it can actually lead to what we call teratogenicity. So it can deform your baby's organs and your babies will come out not the way God planned it. So the human body by itself, we have our own detoxification process that God gave us. Your liver, your kidneys, your lungs, your skin, they are the major areas that help your body to balance. Your gastrointestinal system. So you see all the toxins that enter your body somehow goes through the liver. When it gets to the liver, it's detoxified. Now, all the stuff you inhale passes through your airways, goes to your lungs, and they are also supposedly detoxified. All the stuff you gulp goes through your kidneys filter them, then you pass them out as urine. That's the role of the kidneys. The same thing happens when you eat stuff. You collect the ones that will help you, then you pass the other ones out as fecal material. These are the natural detoxifiers. These are the natural things that remove all the toxins from your body and they put them away. So these are the natural ones we know that work. Now, unfortunately, our body is so intricate, our body is so sensitive that it takes a lot of time to metabolize and eliminate all these toxins. So if you keep bombarding your body with a lot of these toxins, based on your lifestyle, you eat a lot of fast foods, you eat a lot of highly processed foods, you don't prepare your own food, you don't eat organic food, you smoke, you drink, you don't exercise, you hang around bad company, what will happen? The more your liver is trying to do its work, the more you're bombarding the liver with more toxins, the more you're bombarding the kidney with more toxins. When you gulp a lot of alcohol, what happens to your alcohol? Definitely, they will go through all the purification and they will end up in the kidneys and the kidneys will filter that. So when your body gets overwhelmed over time, the damages will begin to creep in. So our body is structured to detoxify, remove all the toxins in the body if we can do the right things by ourselves. Unfortunately, we look for quick fixes. We no longer cook. We order fast foods. We don't eat our fruits and vegetables. We drink, we smoke. We don't sleep better. We get exposed to polluted conditions out there. Over time, all these will add up and they will lead to chronic exposure to environmental factors. It can be in your kitchen, it can be in your room, it can be in your bathroom, it can be in your workplace, it can be in your perfume, it can be in the cream you're putting in your body. Any of those things can contain toxins that can indirectly affect your fertility. So given the toxic load we carry around every day, time will come when the liver will fail. If your liver fails, you're in trouble. When you have liver failure, you are gone. When your kidneys fail, you are practically gone. What are the options? Either they remove your liver and they replace your liver or they place you on a couple of medications. What happens when your kidneys fail? They will look for dialysis or they will give you kidney transplant. These are not all easy things to come by. So you need to be careful on regular basis what you do. Now, what about the so-called detoxifying tea, the artificial ones? Do they really work? My people, we need to be careful. Majority of people that sell you all those teas, all those drinks with 100% clean, they are not evidence-based. They are not verifiable. Even in America here, FDA, majority of the things they put out there is not approved. So you need to be careful. Your best drink is through your water. If you have to drink juice, make your juice. When you're buying stuff, buy more organic stuff because your body is your body obeys the concept of garbage in, garbage out. If you put water in your body, water is going to make your body feel good. Then the remaining water will pass through as urine. But if you put alcohol, you put all those things that damage your body, they will be in your body and they will be damaging everything. So it's what you put in that matters. So the toxic load we carry over an amount of time will become chronic. And instead of now allowing the natural body to play its role, you might have a need to see a specialist. This is where so many people start going for the so-called detoxification tea. And the problem is that most of those things you're drinking are actually toxins. Majority of them will harm the eggs, harm the sperm. You will not ovulate, you will have poor sperm, and it begins to be a vicious cycle. So it's not anything you see fertility written on it that you quickly jump into and you begin to gob them. I'm going to share a statistic which is really, really sad. In America, there's a particular study that concluded that babies are born today pre-populated, pre-polluted. The babies we are giving birth to in this generation are pre-polluted. That means before they are born, the environment is already polluted. We found 287 different industrial chemicals and pollutants in the umbilical cord, with 180 of these, chemicals unknown. Some of them lead to cancer in the umbilical cord. Think about that. So even the babies we are bringing forth, even the people that end up overcoming infertility, when they are bringing this baby forth, those babies are already exposed. Some of those babies can actually develop cancer very early. Some of the babies might be born with cancer. Some of them might be born with bad effect because we are so much in a hurry. So what's my verdict? Allow your natural body to do the detoxification process. Putting good stuff in your body and your liver will be fine, and your kidneys will be fine, and your lungs will be fine. Your gastrointestinal systems will be fine. The more you're gulping on those so-called detoxifying tea, so-called fertility booster, the more you're increasing the chances of you not becoming pregnant. So it's what we call dead on arrival. It doesn't work. I'm telling you as a brother, I'm telling you as a friend, I'm telling you as a husband, there are so many women that have inadvertently damaged their body, all in the name of improving their fertility, all in the name of going for quick fixes, because so many people take all this tea to lose body weight. No, that's not the right way to lose your body weight. If you want to lose your body weight, you eat right and you exercise. There are no shortcuts in your body weight, just like there are no shortcuts in detoxification. What you put in your body is going to give you. So it obeys the concept of GIGO, garbage in, garbage out. Now, what can we do to defeat all this stuff? Because over time, they will cause what we call inflammation. Any part of your body exposed to inflammation will struggle, because over time, inflammation ordinarily is supposed to be protected. But when your body is exposed to chronic inflammation, it will damage that part of the body, because there are some cells we call histamines. When you're going through inflammatory processes, the histamines are going to be released. And when it gets released, they will allow the leakage of fluid into your tissues. That's why you begin to notice swelling. And when any part of your body is swollen, if it's in the tubes, when the tubes are swollen and got a lot of water, you have hydrosalpinx. When your ovaries are swollen and it's not functioning properly, you will not ovulate. When the process that produces sperm are affected, your sperm will not be of good quality. So please, let's go back to the drawing board. So what can you do? There are 3 stages. Reduce external source of toxins. Reduce having contact with external source of all toxins. It's now believed that chronic inflammation is the root cause of everything we have in life. Diabetes, infertility, hypertension. It can happen in women. It can also happen in men. There are some toxins we call endocrine disrupting chemicals. They can be found in our food. They can be found in the plastics in the environment. They can be found in the creams we use. They can be found in our perfumes. So these are the things we romance with every day. Let's reduce our contact with them. Because what happens when you get exposed to endocrine disrupting chemicals, they will impersonate the real hormones. And when they impersonate the real hormones, they can either increase the hormones or decrease the function of the hormones. And when that happens, you have hormone imbalance. And when you have hormone imbalance, can you become a pregnant woman? No, because once your hormones are not balanced, you will struggle. So avoiding contact It's the number one approach to right natural detox program. So I'm going to give you a couple of suggestions. Choose organic products. Choose dairy organic products. Choose plant-based protein in lieu of animal protein. If you have to eat at all any of the animal-based protein, make sure they are organic. Make sure they are not artificially produced meat with antibiotics. Be careful. Consume your organic fruits, your organic vegetables. If you have to buy it out there, please, before you consume them, wash them properly. Stop eating fast foods. Quit smoking. Avoid exposure to secondary smoking. Drink filtered water, and possibly, if you have the access, use filtered water to also bath. Avoid eating fish contaminated with mercury. We recommend safe catch tuna. Use only non-toxic cleaning supplies. Please, personal products, check them properly. Avoid purchasing food and drinks packaged in plastics. Majority of them contain what we call BPA. Please be careful. Never, ever microwave your food in a plastic container. I know what I'm telling you now. It might look simple, but these are baby steps. Do not microwave your food again in plastic container. Microwave your food in your breakable wares. Please avoid microwaving your food in plastic container. If you used to do it before, starting today, stop. Choose non-toxic alternatives to your pesticides. So many people use insect repellents and pesticides out there, and we come in contact with them. They can damage our chances of becoming pregnant. Now, when you've done that, then manage the internal source of the chronic inflammation with some supplements. So this is where your prenatal multivitamin supplements can come in. This is the place that your daily multivitamins can come in. So run it with your doctor. So we've discovered a high blood pressure, metabolic syndrome, not just only through the insulin and the hormones out of place, they begin to cause a lot of substantial inflammation that over time you begin to struggle. So high content of the free radicals which stay in your body over time can cause problems. And if it stays in your diet, if it stays in your nutrition, if it stays in your bathroom, if it stays in your kitchen, over time they will cause you problems you might not even notice. Now, please, when you want to eat, focus more on refined food. Focus more on Mediterranean style of food. Eat more fruits and vegetables. When you do this, you are minimizing consuming free radicals. Find good carbs, like healthy greens. They digest slowly. And the slower they digest, the more your blood sugar and your insulin can play a role in making sure you're good. Avoid fast burning sugars, like the ones that come in your highly processed food products. Unfortunately, we all love our bread and all our cereal. Unfortunately, majority of them are fast metabolizers. Once you put it in your body, they break down easily. Please be careful when you eat. When you are eating and when you're consuming your multivitamins, your omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids, very important. Consider augmenting your diet and your prenatal multivitamins from the source of what you might be lacking. This is where your doctor can come in and he can examine and he can figure out exactly the areas you are lacking. Now, if we confirm that the toxicity level in your body is high, then we can boost the function of your liver. We can boost the function of your kidneys. We can boost the function of your lungs. We can boost the function of your gastrointestinal system. But it's not for you to do that. So stop sitting back and gulping all those stuff that people that are commercializing their products are selling to you. You are going to Lagos Island from Ojuelegba. You enter the bus. One person materializes from somewhere and is telling you, oh, drink this and this magic will happen. You use your hard-earned money, you buy that stuff, and you're ingesting the toxins that will not just stop you from becoming pregnant, but might also lead to cancer. Do not buy anything that your doctor did not recommend for you. Stop patronizing them. You are not helping them. You are just damaging yourself at the same time. So please, If you have a need for any recommended detoxifier, any recommended boosting your liver, your kidney, your GI, your skin, let the doctors be the people that will give you appropriate drugs we can manage. Thank you so much. This is my presentation. I'm going to sit back and I will give you an opportunity to ask your questions. Immediately after this clinic, join me in our Facebook group. I'm going to repeat this same presentation, but right now the clinic is going to open and we have about 10 minutes to ask our questions. So feel free and ask your questions in the next 10 minutes. Go ahead, please. Okay? Start asking your questions. Feel free. If you've consumed any of this detoxing tea or whatever, let's talk about them. Are there natural food that can enhance detoxification process in the body? Yes. Your fruits, your vegetables, your good fats, your omega-3, your omega-6, your water, they all help. So the same food I've been preaching about, your fertility diet, is still the same food that will help you. It's the same. Simple things are simple. We are the ones making simple things complex, and the complex things we want to make simple. Eat your simple food, your fruits, your vegetables, your water, your fortified, grains. You eat stuff that you can derive nutrient and at the same time control what makes you feel full. So it boils down to the Mediterranean style of diet. That's what you need. Okay? Now, I don't have any problems with green tea. I'm going to still talk about green tea much later today. I don't have any problems with green tea. The problem is, why are you drinking it? Some people drink some tea because they believe it's going to be magical. It's going to do this. It's going to help you to drop weight. That's simply not true. Nothing happens overnight. So you can drink your green tea, but drink it with moderation. The best fluid you need if you want to have a baby is your water. Water is a neutralizer of the worst toxins in the world. There is nothing that can stand in the midst of water, no matter the extent of that toxins. So when you gulp a lot of water, inadvertently, it's cleansing your body without even knowing it. So I would rather you gulp a lot of water in the day and you go to the restroom frequently than to stay in one place. You're gulping a tea that contains a lot of stuff that can damage your body, including some carcinogens. Carcinogens are cancer-causing substance we can find out there in the food we eat. In the drinks, majority of us consume a lot of alcohol, soda, and all those drinks with caffeine and things that will damage your body over time. You don't need them. Embrace your water, okay? All right. The same thing I'm talking about is applicable to everybody. There is nothing so special about pregnancy. The something I'm telling you to do before you become pregnant is what you will still do when you're pregnant. So when you're pregnant, you drink your only water. You take your fruits, you take your vegetables. You take your, food that have a lot of fiber. It's the something, there is no difference. Okay? Intermittent fasting, a way of detoxification. This is a very, very good question. Now, here's the deal. When you're conducting intermittent fasting, what you are actually trying to do is to balance out the metabolic pathway. So you're regulating the introduction of the raw sugar and glucose in your blood, your peripheral blood, and you are at the same time kind of balancing the insulin. The role of insulin is once you have sugar in your blood, insulin will go and quickly organize those sugar and mobilize them and send them to places they need to function. But when you have regular exposure to food in your body will get overwhelmed because the level of insulin you have might not be enough to metabolize the sugar, and that's when people begin to accumulate a lot of sugar in their blood. Now, when you do this, is it going to contribute to the overall detoxification process? Yes. So when you are conducting intermittent fasting, depending on your own individual need, there are some women and men that might not go through intermittent fasting because they might have some peculiar medical problems that might not warrant them to go for intermittent fasting. So you need to run it by your doctor. I personally practice intermittent fasting, and it works for me. And I run it by my doctor. So run it by your doctor. And yes, directly and indirectly, when you go on intermittent fasting, you are generally controlling the impurities, the toxins from your body. But guess what? When you're doing your intermittent fasting, we still encourage you to drink a lot of water. Your water doesn't contain any calories. Your water keeps you steady. You see, you can survive without food in life. You can actually go 40 days and 40 nights without food, but you cannot do it without water. You need your water to still function. You can be hypoglycemic, but you don't ever want to be dehydrated. So the answer is yes. I love that question from Kenneth. Now, if you follow my trend, Onyx, Christy, the questions you're asking, I've already answered them. There is nothing so spectacular and unique about your pregnancy. If you do the right things before you become pregnant, when you become pregnant, it's just going to be a natural part of you. So if you drink a lot of water, you don't drink your soda, you don't drink your alcohol, you don't do all those detoxification tea and all that, when you become pregnant, your body is already pure. Your liver is functioning okay. Your kidneys are functioning okay. Your lungs are okay. Your GI is okay. But when you begin to pile up all this nonsense, all in the name of boosting this, boosting that, when you become pregnant, you're going to have a more problem, because state of pregnancy changes everything, including your immunity. When you become pregnant, you are prone to developing medical problems because pregnancy will dampen your immune system. This is why we fortify your pregnancy by giving you prenatal multivitamins, so that things you're not getting from your food, you are fortifying them, you are supplementing them. So it's all about your lifestyle. Don't wait to become pregnant before you start avoiding things ordinarily you should have started avoiding before you became pregnant. Okay? All right. Now, I never recommended any fertility detox, so I don't even know why you're asking me about the side effects. I never recommended any. What did I recommend? Drink your water, eat your fruits and vegetables. I did not endorse any fertility detox. I'm not from that school of thought. It's simply commercialized way of making people money. So don't do that. Okay? Is it safe to drink? Is it safe for one to drink ugu leaf water or bitter leaf? Of course, you can do that. They are all edible fruits. Anything you can eat and is clean and is hygienically prepared, drink it. Your ugu is green. Your bitter leaf is used for making soup. Matter of fact, let me give you a secret. Growing up, whenever I go to the village during Christmas and all those periods, one of the best things I look forward to is the bitter leaf. That's after they've removed a couple of the bitter component, they put water, they have a special whatever they use in making it. Then before they finally get that particular one they use in cooking that soup, I enjoy eating them a lot. It's a good source of fiber. You are better off taking them than drinking all this nonsense. So you can blend your juice from your greens and you add a couple of fruits. You are better off drinking your orange, your apple, your banana as a smoothie yourself than going to all those supermarkets and gulping all those nonsense they sell there. You are better off preparing your own. So if you have access to a farm, have you ever wondered why people in the villages are healthier than the people in the townships? This is up to the environment because they consume more organic things. Most of the things they eat, they produce from their farm. That's why our great-grandfathers, our great-grandmothers, few of them had obesity, few of them had any medical problems. They live into the hundreds. We are the problems to ourselves. What we eat is what is killing us. What we consume and what we expose ourselves to is actually what's leading to all these problems and infertility. There are so many couples that would have become pregnant and parents and even grandparents if they started living healthy from day one. Don't wait for things to happen before you start wanting to fix them. Avoid for things to happen. That's why we show up every day. So your ugu and your bitter leaf and the water and all that, very okay. I will give you some recipe. When you're done with your ugu leaf and all those bitter leaf, you can put a tinge of honey and lemon, and voila, you've got yourself a good drink. The problem is our taste buds. We want sugary things. Only sugary things we allow in our body. Okay? All right. Do we have any other questions? One more minute before we go. I hope we've learned one or few things today. Your take home, limit what you consume. Limit what you get exposed to in your micro and your macro environment. Your kitchen, your bedroom, every single thing you have in your home, go and check that. Ultimately, stop completely. Don't microwave your food again with plastic. I know they can tell you no BPA, no this, no that, but let me tell you the truth. Anytime you're putting that plastic into the microwave and the heat is circulating, something is that plastic is getting metabolized and you will consume it as part of your food. And unfortunately, majority of them are carcinogenic. So don't do that. Use something that will not change when they get exposed to heat. Breakables can still melt, but they will need a higher temperature to melt. But your plastic can easily melt, especially if you're living in developed countries like Nigeria. There are so many people that are currently having cancer. They don't even know they have cancer because they believe it's not their portion. But you have exposed yourself to so many cancers over time. Okay? Thank you for coming. Join me in my Facebook immediately and we'll continue the conversation. Remember, next week is a big event. If you have not registered for the mega masterclass on multiple pregnancy, you will have yourself to blame. Trust me, if you miss this, you missed a lot. So go and register, few slots going up shortly, and we'll meet you guys halfway. Can we appreciate all the admin that attended today? Can we appreciate COO, Chinyere, and Onyinye? Thank you guys so much. And all the other people. Let's travel and tour. Churchill merits. Okay, just those are the people I can see from comment section. But I can see a couple of other people in the counting section. But thank you guys so much. Let's quickly go to Facebook and we continue the conversation. God bless you. Bye-bye.